Hi guys, welcome to another Witheridge TKD instructional video. Today we're going to have a look at Toi Gye, the red tag pattern. As with all the other patterns before, what we'll do is we'll go through the usual process, we'll break it up into small chunks, we'll have a look at the whole pattern first and then go through and look at the different techniques. A couple of new stances here and there that you need to look at, couple of new techniques, and we'll look at how to do them properly. Here we go, have a look at the pattern. So that was the pattern. Really nice pattern, quite complicated. It is one of these patterns that, when done properly, can really be quite amazing to look at. But there is a set of movements where you've got that sitting stance that goes straight up the front here. That's quite a challenge, making sure that your feet are in parallel, that you are looking and you are not leaning over, and that you make sure that you're going down that one line. We'll look at how to do that in a second. Before we get there, let's start from the beginning. As with Jungun, we've got these two sets of movements, this combination that we do at the very beginning. The first technique you've done before. It's quite a simple one, where we go into, from here, we're going to go into an L stance, middle block. That's quite easy. So we're in a nice, good, strong L stance. We're in this middle block. We want to do a upset. Hi guys, welcome to another Witheridge TKD instructional video. Today we're going to have a look at Toi Gye, lovely pattern. So that was the video. Very lovely, nice pattern. I do enjoy doing that one. It is quite tricky, especially that section where you've got the sitting stances that go across. That can be quite challenging to make sure that you stay in that sitting stance and you're following in that one line. We'll have a look at that in a second, don't worry. We'll go through that and how you actually make that line occur, that single straight line, without having too much curve. But before we get into it, let's have a look at the beginning of the pattern. Focus on that. So we've got this combination where we go middle block, upset figurative thrust, right? So again, as we did before, if you watch here, from this middle block, after we've executed the middle block, what we want to do is we're going to turn this hand upside down, extend the front hand. We're going to slide into a big, strong walking stance and execute that upset figurative thrust here. The target zone for this is the groin. So you don't want it too high, you don't want it too low. The target is the groin. So you're going into someone's groin in there. You can think of the applications, I'm not going to go through that. So that's the combination. We're going to go middle block, hand up here, hand extended, fingertip thrust. Do the same thing on the other side. So that combination's nice, very simple. What happens in between that combination, where we go from here, so we've gone here, going here. What we do from here is we've got to bring both our hands and legs up together, nice and slowly. Here, as you come through, as you can see, I've got this hand on the inside. This hand's going to do a low block. This hand's going to do a middle block. So that was the pattern. Quite a nice pattern. Quite challenging, especially that bit at the front there where you can't execute those sitting stance W-shaped blocks. Try and do that in a nice straight line without having too much of a wiggle. It's quite a challenge. We'll look at that in a minute, don't worry. Before we do that, let's start at the very beginning. Look at the combinations that we do on the left and the right, just like in Jungun. On this pattern here, we start from our closed ready stance B. All right, we're going to look at this hand. Make sure you, if you haven't already, make sure you ask me in a lesson. We're going to execute a middle block in L stance. Quite simple. We've done this quite a few times already by this point. We're going to execute a upset fingertip thrust to the groin here in walking stance. Right. Watch that transition. It's quite big, so you can see nice, strong L stance. Nice big walking stance. See that big step of trying to. Right, you're making that big step across. Now, obviously, when you're doing it in the pattern, you want to make that smooth slide. So we're going to slide across here. Target zone is the groin with this hand. After you've executed this, what we're going to do is we're going to come up into closed stance, nice and slowly. We're going to execute a low block with the inside hand here and a back fist strike to an opponent that is behind us. This is a posture move, so nice and slowly, bring yourself up, nice and tall. So again here, look where you're going, go nice and slowly, and come up nice and tall. You want to try and get those hands and feet together at the same time. You just saw me just now. It's not easy, it needs practice. So practice at home, and practice it and practice it. The best way to do that practice is just to go from here. You don't need to make a big stance, just whatever space you have. Just practice getting that hand and foot together. Back here, hand and foot together. All right, don't rush it. Work on it slowly in your own time. We execute that on both sides, right? On this side, obviously, again, the top hand becomes my low hand, the bottom hand becomes my high hand. Same thing on the other side. Top hand becomes my low block, and the bottom hand becomes my low block, and the top hand becomes my low block, and my bottom hand becomes my back fist strike. That's the beginning of the pattern. We have a few more things that we go through, but really the complexity of this pattern gets to once we've executed our front snap kick, double punch, right? So gone through it, we come to here. Front snap kick, double punch. From here, we have another posture move, which is this big closed stance with our knuckles on our hips, right there. So those two big knuckles that we use to punch with, we're going to come up in a big posture, and we're going to come down here into this position. One more time, just to show you. You come here, you're going to look where you're going, so look around, put those hands up into that ready stance, come up nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow, all the way down into that stance. Again, posture moves. Posture moves are done slowly, smoothly. There's no pop at the end, no pop. It is done smooth and slowly. Just make sure you carry it out that way. Don't have a pop at the end. It's one long breath out. Those posture moves also give you a chance to breathe and collect yourself. Now, especially as you go higher and higher now, you are going to end up doing 3 patterns, 4 patterns, and some of these patterns are going to last a long time. When you start to build up the number of patterns you have to do, you're going to get tired. And especially in gradings, it's always a good idea to have these posture moves. Take your time, take a breath. Right? There, I've collected myself, and then I'm going to, boom, go to the next movement. So what is the next movement? The next movement is a sitting stance. I'm going to face this way, right? I'm going to swing. This hand comes up, this hand goes around, and I go into a sitting stance. Look at the feet first. To execute the feet, so I want to make sure I'm going in this straight line, the foot I'm stepping with will come up here. So as if I'm in a bending stance position. And I'm going to kick down in that straight line. One more time, so here, I'm going to kick down in that straight line. So when I move that way, one more time, I'm going to get up and kick down in that straight line. And you can see I'm still on my line. That footwork is important. It is something you should practice. Without the hands, don't worry about the hands for a minute. Work on the footwork. This footwork is not easy to do. I know I'm there, and I'm going to push out. There, and I'm going to push out. I keep my straight line and I can control where I'm going. And I'm going to look every time which way I'm going. So when I'm going that way, I will look that way. So I know where I'm going. Very important. The W-shaped block. These are 2 forearm blocks executed at the same time to the high section. One of them is an inward block, which we've done before in your 3-step. Obviously this time we're doing it slightly higher. Okay. The other is a high section out of forearm block here. You're going from here. As I step through, I'm going to bring this arm up. I'm going to swing this arm back. This one is going to accelerate backwards as fast as I can. The other one is going to swing inwards as fast as I can. One more time. Nice and slow. I'll show you. This is going to swing as I come through. I want to try and get these arms at the same level. Okay. They go not too far to the front, not too far to the back. You want to have them just out, so that you have definitely blocked it away from your body. You are not blocking it so that it is already hit you. You want to block it just so when it's away. Again, very important to note the position of the hand. I am not doing, which is something you will see a lot of, is this. People will twist to make this, so they'll step and they'll go, and they'll step and they'll go. Right, that's not what we're doing. It's got to be a big swing. So the swing is important. That will also generate our hip twists at the same time. If you want to work at it without actually transitioning, just be here, get used to this swing. Right, so I'm going to go that way now, that way now, that way now, that way now. And get used to getting those hands in the same position, same height, the whole lot. Next, we have a couple of interesting techniques which follow on from doing that. One of which is this low section double forearm block. Now, we've done high section double forearm blocks before. In this scenario, we're going to do it in L stance, low section double forearm block. You can say it's the same block that was up here, just coming down here. Technique which we haven't done that much of is this high section grab. Now, we'll show you the hands. We're going to tuck these thumbs in. Okay, they're in that way, and I'm going in. The thumbs are going into the side of the neck, in there. It is the most effective way to grab and choke an opponent. So from here, we're going to transition to here. Okay, following a high knee. So you can see my knee, what it's not doing is it's not doing this, it's going high knee. Knee comes straight up, so I'm bringing this opponent down into that attack. The combination there itself is not difficult to execute. What is challenging is making sure that the fingers are in the right place and these hands are in the right place. Work at it. Shouldn't take that as long as the W blocks, but it is an important combination to look at. After you've done those combinations, we have this knife hand guarding block, front leg front snap kick, flat fingertip thrust into walking stance. So watch again, going sideways here. You've got front leg front snap kick, step down and strike. Okay, one more time. Front leg front snap kick, step down and strike. You want to rechamber that knee after you've done that kick, so that when you step down, all the weight of you is going forward at the opponent as you strike to them just underneath the neck or the eyes. It is a high section strike. Now it doesn't need to be eyes to be high section. It could be neck or eyes, but it's high section. We do that combination in your line work, so you will get a chance to work at it in your line work as well. So you'll hit it from both sides there. So let's keep working through that pattern. Now, what happens next after you've done the second one of these, as we are here, is you're going to pull back. Now, to do the pullback, you would have seen in the actual video of the pattern itself is I look back, you look back behind you, look forward. So look back, look forward, then move. Okay, that is very important. So when I'm here, I'm going to look back behind. When I look forward, I'm going to move. There is no slide. It's just a move leg, right? Look back, look forward, move. What am I doing here? I'm doing a low block here and a back fist strike behind me. The angle of the hand is important, right? It's not just here, it's gone behind me. So I'm really making sure that strike has gone behind me. I'm striking the person on the ridge of the nose, just there. From there, what we have is this, we have this jump, which will take us into our X stance, X fist pressing. You'll have a lot of people who will do this jump with forward movement. It's not forward movement, it's height. You want to go straight up. So you want to go straight up and down. Okay, one more time. From here, this foot, this is the position I want to be, and down. You want to try and get low, so don't lean. When you first start doing this, you'll tend to do is you'll lean to try and get that low here. Don't lean. What you want to do is you want to bend those legs and go down. Well, we've done X stance in one of our previous patterns, so I'm not going to go into detail with the stance. But what is important is that we're not going forward, we're just going up. Okay, so this is where that front foot was. That's where I'm going to end up, right in that position. Work on the jump. Getting that height is important. What you are doing is you are stopping someone sweeping your legs. So if you're going to jump over that, you're going to jump over that pole as they sweep your legs. The last combination in this pattern, you do it in two different ways, is this low section knife hand guarding block. You're going to slip this front foot into walking stance circular block. It's quite challenging to make sure that you get that circular block nice and big, right? So low section knife hand guarding. So it's the same as normal knife hand guarding. Just point it down. We have that with our double forearm blocks as well. Right? Here, you need to make sure that front foot moves into a nice big walking stance as I do this big swing. On this side here, right? I want to make sure I get this arms up. So I'm down there, arms up, nice and wide, swing. As you pivot your feet, swing. As you pivot your feet again, swing. I'm looking where I'm blocking. Very important. Make sure you have eye contact of what you are actually executing the block or the punch for. There's no point me standing here and doing like that, because I'm not looking at what I'm hitting. It's the same with these circular blocks. I'm going to look where I'm going. Look where I'm going. Look where I'm going. Okay? Finally, after you've done all of those, you have the last move. Now, I'm going to emphasize the last move, although it seems trivial. At this point, people will tend to lift this foot and stamp it down. Now, if I was taking this from an application perspective, I've just blocked somebody. If I lift my foot, I put myself on a single point of contact, what will happen is I'll get pushed away. What I want to do is come up here and bring my foot, not all the way in, but into about rear foot stance kind of distance, and then I'm going to slide out into that sitting stance. Don't lift the foot. Very important. Okay. That pattern is a nice pattern. There's lots of bits to work on. I've purposely left some bits I've ignored, some bits I haven't explained as deeply. The reason is I want you guys to look at the video, review it over and over again, find the bits that you are finding most challenging, ask questions in the comments below. If you have any comments about the video, add them into the comments below. Subscribe and hit that bell, helps us out a lot. Make sure you keep up to date about what we're doing. There will be more videos coming. Please keep an eye on these videos. There will be videos for some stretching, some more kind of yoga bits we will do in order to keep you guys mentally fit as well as physically fit. So, but well done today. Stay safe, stay fit. Chimbi.